So I was filming this video about self-sabotage, and it got me thinking. I am the kind of a person who is the most productive when I am under stress. So as many people I know, tend to postpone doing something until the deadline is really close. I am doing something with my life when I am really struggling. So I introduce new habits into my life and I do something in order to fix stuff. But when everything is more or less tolerable, I tend to just relax and not do anything. And evolutionarily, it does make a lot of sense because we as humans have to collect our energy and be lazy in order for us to be able to run for our lives or fight for our lives when the danger approaches. But nowadays we don't need that anymore because we live in a society where there is usually no physical danger to you, and you don't have to actually run for your food or for your survival. So if we follow our animal instincts, we will just become fat and lazy and not really achieve anything because we will eat the most calorie dense foods that taste good to us because evolutionarily they are tasting better to us, and we will also do all sorts of things to avoid any additional effort. So I was thinking, for example, when I was depressed, I really made an effort to meditate every day because I know that it helps a lot. When I was struggling with anxiety, I did a lot of things like affirmations, and I did a lot of yoga and stretching. And then when I start feeling better, I know that I often drop these habits because it doesn't seem that urgent anymore. And I think, well, I'm good enough and my life is good enough, and that's it. So I just stopped doing all this good and nice things that I wanted to do. I realized that it is very much in human nature to just want to do a minimal effort, and if everything is already going great, why would you change anything, or why would you put any extra energy into doing stuff if you are already okay? But then I thought, why don't strive for more than okay? Why don't do stuff when you already feel okay to feel even better? And I also thought that I used to have such low self-esteem, and I used to believe internally that I do not deserve good things in my life, and that I will always feel miserable because this is what depression makes you think. And then now I think, what if this is not everything that there is to life? What if by combining positive thinking and putting a lot of effort into achieving great things, what if you can actually have a life of your dreams? And what if you just have to continue working and working? And what if people who achieved a lot, what if people who are now rich or famous or whatever, happy, because ultimately this is what I want to be. I just want to be happy. Not okay, but just really, really happy. And what if these people were not smarter or prettier or had better conditions that I had? What if they just had more consistency? And what if they just put more effort into their lives? And what if they really spent time visualizing their future and their success and acting accordingly? What if I can do the same for my life? And I realized that I spent a lot of time procrastinating, for example, at work, because yes, maybe this is not something that I'm the most passionate about, but anyway, what I do is something that I'm good at and something that I can make it come to an end. So I can earn the PhD that I'm working for now, and I can do it by actually putting effort into it, while now I mostly spend my time either doing something that I'm not really sure of, or beating myself up for not being as productive, which results into a lower mood, which results in me procrastinating even more. And this is such a vicious circle, and I really want to break it. And I decided that I don't want to live this way anymore. I want to be creative and productive, and I want to do stuff that brings me joy and happiness. And I can do it both. I can manage both my creativity and my hobbies and the things that I want to do except for work, but I can also be successful in my workplace. The only thing that is needed to actually become successful and achieve the things that you want to achieve is good planning and good work ethics. And in order for me to become better at planning, I found out that there is such thing as bullet journaling. I know that it has been around for a long time. To be honest, I just heard about it recently, and instantly I love lists. I love making plans. I love crossing things out. And I thought, this is such a great idea. Why not create a bullet journal for myself? But then it's almost the end of 2017, and I thought, okay, I will start one in 2018. And I was just putting it away, although I was thinking about it almost every day since I found out about the bullet journaling. I thought, now, why wait until 2018? It's like diet always starts on Monday. You don't have to wait for a Monday to make a change in your life. You don't have to wait for the beginning of the new year or for a new month. It's Sunday today, and I started my bullet journal today, Sunday, mid-November. I don't really care, because the beauty of a bullet journal is that you can start it any day. And I will tell you more about bullet journaling in just 2 seconds. I will just finish my thought first. So another thought that I had was that we as children tend to like particular things in life. And I mean, not like food or playing with our friends, but for example, some children love drawing, some children love reading about different things, and the things that you were interested about in childhood might tell you something about what or who you want to be in your life. And for me, I wanted to be a lot of things, to be honest, but there were some things that I always found I found myself coming back to these things, and it was always something creative. So I used to write poems since I was 5 years old. I wanted to write a book so much. I wrote a lot of different short stories about cats because I was obsessed with cats as a kid, and I wanted to publish a book like since I was 8. And last year, as a means to relieve my depression and to like help myself overcoming my mental health issues, I started writing for Tumblr, and I had so much fun writing about it, even though I was writing about difficult stuff and about things that were bothering me back then. But just putting an effort to create something that other people would like to read was so nice to me. And I was always playing with an idea of starting a blog because I just love free writing and I cannot help it. And then when I started feeling better and then there was nothing for me to vent about, I kind of stopped writing for Tumblr or writing at all. And I have a journal, but it's not the same. I mean, when I am in a good mood, I find myself writing in the journal way less than I usually do when I am in a bad place, because naturally, if everything is already going good in your life, you don't really have much to write about and you don't really have much to think about. And I was fighting myself lately, just watching stupid videos, wasting a lot of time doing non-productive stuff that doesn't really make me grow. And I believe that if we do not grow, then we kind of regress back into our old ways and into our old patterns, which is not something that I want to do, because I want to grow and I want to develop myself and I want to challenge myself and I want to make the most of the time that we have on this earth, and I want to be good at what I do, and I want to be doing stuff that I really enjoy and that also kind of helps me grow in at least some direction. So I decided that I will start writing more, and I will write at least 3 things for my Tumblr feed or something, just thoughts, just it will be like journaling, but just things that come to my mind, because sometimes I think that I have a lot of different ideas that I would like to develop, but I don't have either time or people who would listen to me, or I don't know, like it kind of goes to waste a lot of times, and I forget to write it down. And if I will set myself a goal, and if I will proclaim it here and now that I will do something, it will give me more motivation to do something. Besides, fun fact, every positive change that I made in my life actually happened in November. I quit drinking in November, I quit smoking in November, I started meditating in November, I became vegan in November. Like all of the good changes in my life that I ever made were made in November. So I feel really good about this. Now, let's talk about bullet journaling. I found so many videos and articles on how to create a bullet journal, and a lot of them seem so unattainably perfect. I decided to go with a way simpler version, so I like simplified it for myself, and I will now show you what I came up with. So first of all, I already had this little notebook that I really like. It's so cute, and I called it Fall and Winter 2017-2018 because I don't think that it's quite thin. I don't think that it will last me way longer than fall and winter. Here we have an index page that you will fill out for the different things when you kind of are aware of what your journal looks like. And I'm not really there yet, so I will just show you how it goes. So here I have a legend, different symbols that stand for different things. Here we have something called future log. So basically it's just a calendar that you can like circle some dates or make some notes. I left some place here for like thoughts or like general remarks, or maybe I will just doodle there, I don't know. What I like about it is that it allows you to be creative and to kind of make it the way that you want to make it, because if you buy a planner, it is already sort of prepared for your use, and you are forced to use it the way that the creator of the planner meant it to be. And sometimes I just want like a clean space to write down my thoughts, and I think that this is perfect for that. So I also left some space for 2018, and here we have monthly log. So I think that what I'm going to do here, I haven't written anything here yet, but I think I will write just some things that I want to accomplish this month in general, and then maybe some also thoughts or things that I want to do in the future. Just, you know, a space to plan and to like generally create structure in your life. So I also left some space for the next months. I don't know how long it will last me, so I only filled out November, December, and January so far. And after that I have a daily log. So I just write a date and I write down everything that I want to do this day, and then I either like make a check mark in front of it or cross it out. And I write lists for myself all the time anyway, because I love crossing things out. I love how accomplished this makes me feel. And yeah, so I just felt so inspired today to get my shit together and create this better life for myself, because we are in charge of our own lives. And I think that it's really cool that we can kind of like grab ourselves and pick ourselves up and go and do and achieve stuff. And I'm so excited to just change things, because change is what creates growth. And sometimes it can be uncomfortable. Yes, you have to kind of force yourself to write down stuff to do every day, and you have to force yourself not to spend the entire evening sitting in front of a computer staring into it, browsing the internet. If you want to achieve something, you have to take matters in your own hands, and this is what I want to do now. And I encourage you to do the same. You don't have to wait for the end of the week or for the end of the year. You can do it today. So I hope that I shared some inspiration to do something with your life with you today. And I really hope that you are having a great week. And thank you so much for watching. I love you so much. Be nice, humans, and goodbye.